I want you to understand that you're not a loser or a failure just because you've tried something 10,000 times and it's not quite working to the degree that you thought it would work. There's one of the most important lessons that I want you to take away from everything that I actually do, and I want you to look at how many videos I've actually put onto YouTube, just YouTube alone. That doesn't mean many other different platforms I'm on. There's almost 6,000 videos. And I am still trying to get this thing to work. I'm 10 years in. If you were to look at me on paper, you would think that I was the right person, everything. And I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that this is literally, if you were to look at me, I was the right person to make sure that this thing would take off and everybody thought that it would be a really big thing. You know, I have engineering degrees, I have a business degree, a business PhD, I study innovation, I look at the world and I ponder and I think. I'm a curious person and I try really, really hard. 6,000 times is not easy to do. But I want you to understand this, that anything that you do, doesn't matter what you do, it's going to take you an extraordinarily amount of work. And all of the information that is sold to you, whether you see it online or somebody is actually talking to you, and that's usually the worst culprit. It's usually your parent. It's usually a brother or a sister that is telling you that you're a screw up because this thing is not working, or that the things are not working in your favor. I want you to have the confidence inside to say, screw you. I'm going to take another step today. Almost everything in life is extraordinarily difficult to actually do. It doesn't work out the first 1,000 times that you try it. There are some people where it does work out, maybe. And those people are often very, very naturally gifted. You know, I see this a lot in swimming. By the time that they're 10 years old, they can swim 100 meters in under a minute. That's extraordinarily fast for anybody that understands this. Most of us will take, maybe a minute and a half to 2 minutes. And that's totally normal, what everybody else is doing. But most of us can never get to that moment where you're swimming that fast. And that is just genetics. It's just the luck of the draw. At 10 years old, the person didn't really know what they were doing. It's just the luck of the draw. And so what do you do for all of us that don't have those genetics or don't have that lucky break? You get up and you do it again, and you do the incremental work that everybody else is doing, and you take one little step every single day, one little move, and it slowly, slowly changes the needle. Now that I've done this 6,000 times, now there's some people that actually want to talk to me about it. But I know it's not there, and I have to do it 6,000 times more, maybe even more than that. And as you do this, as you keep going, and as you keep trying, that's the only option that you have. And that's how you actually make progress, is one little tiny try every single day. And that's, I think, my role is for me to dispel all of the myths that exist out there. And let me tell you that there is an extraordinary number of myths that are made up. It's a load of crap. And how people become successful, or they build businesses, or anything like that, or how they move forward. If you follow those myths and if you look at all of the stuff that get headlines or people pay attention to, or they tell you one thing, it's just simply not true. They got there because of luck in some sort of way, or they're lying to you. All the rest of us have to do one little step every single day, one little try, and that's all you have to do, is remember it's just one little thing, and it doesn't feel good every day. I want you to internalize what you see when I'm talking. I want you to look at what I'm actually doing and saying. Many days I don't feel good. Many days I feel jaded. Many days I look at the world and I think, like, this is stupid. What am I doing? But the only option I have is to go one more day and try again today. And I want you to internalize just what this actually means for you. Maybe you're trying to quit smoking. Maybe you are on a diet and trying to lose a little bit of weight. Maybe it is you are building a business or you're trying to get an education. I want you to internalize this, that at any given day it doesn't feel good. In fact, probably most days it doesn't feel good. I would say the majority, quite very much for me, 70% of the time I don't want to do it, maybe even 80% of the time. But I get back up and I do it again. And I try every single day. And you get to see all of this, all of the rawness of me telling you what this actually means. So for me, if I'm building this platform, the reciprocity platform, which is a non-rejectable, for non-rejectable research papers and grants, or nearly non-rejectable, and to make it fun, a fun experience, you get to see every day. The only way that I can build attention is by getting out there and putting out more videos. I am every day spending money, my family's own money, building this thing, and it's a god-awful amount of money, and it's embarrassing, and I feel shameful all of the time, but I get back up and I do it again. That's the only way I know how this stuff actually works. And until you get that in your head, that it's just one more step, one more day of embarrassment, one more day of feeling like a failure, feeling like a loser, until you realize that, not much is going to accomplish. What's going to happen is you think that it's going to be easy because everybody is selling you that it's easy. So you get out there and you try it. You go 3 days, you realize you get no results. And really, you have to do it for 30 years to finally get results. And when I say that, everybody discounts it and says, what are you talking about? Where am I going to be in 30 years? Well, that's the only way I know that how you actually do these things is to think about 30, 40, 50, even 100 years from now, where you're going to be and what you're going to do. And you just take one little step every day, moving things forward, disregarding what everybody thinks of you, disregarding what your heart thinks of you, and just keep moving forward. And the more you get into that practice, the more that you can actually move forward. Because the only way that you see that you've made a difference is by looking backwards and realize that, oh my gosh, I have 6,000 videos where somebody probably is going to watch this and feel better about themselves. Oh my gosh, that's an impressive thing to actually do. But when I'm doing it, it doesn't feel that way. And I want you to understand that. This feels like a cost. I'm sitting here wasting my time, but I'm putting in one more day just so you can see what it actually means to do the hard work. Take care and have a wonderful day.